Meta explains how its AI decides what you see on Facebook and Instagram. ChatGPT creators OpenAI sued for theft of private data in AI arms race. Linda Yaccarino's vision for Twitter 2.0 emerges. An update on Canada's Bill C-18 and our search and news products from Google. This and more from Geek News Central. My name is Todd Cochran. I'm coming to you live from the new media production studio. I want to welcome you to episode 1678 of the Geek News Central podcast for Thursday, June 29th. This show is sponsored in part by GoDaddy.com and listeners just like you. Great deals from GoDaddy can be found at geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy. You can support this show today at geeknewscentral.com/insider by becoming a Geek News Central Insider. I want to give a warm welcome to all the new listeners of the show. Thank you for being here. Make sure you get over to geeknewscentral.com. Follow or subscribe to the podcast on the website. Of course, you can sign up for our newsletter as well, where you can get a direct mailing of the show notes to your inbox immediately following the show. You can always join our chat room. The chat room links are also within the show notes in the email and or on the website at geeknews.chat or our Discord channel. You can always reach out to me via email, geeknews@gmail.com, geeknews@gmail.com, or at geeknews on Twitter, at geeknews, at geeknews.chat on Mastodon. You can follow me on Facebook as well. All the partner shows of Geek News Central are listed at geeknewscentral.com. That includes the new media show, co-hosted by myself and Mr. Rob Greenlee, the Gadget Professor with Mr. Don Bain, the GNC Weekend Review by our executive producers, Kirk, and his co-host, Scott. Definitely check all those shows out and get subscribed to them while you're over there. Of course, this show is sponsored by the longest running continuous sponsor of a podcast. That's our good friends at GoDaddy. We want to thank them for their ongoing support as we end up this month of June. It is time. It is time today to lock in your savings, whether it be a penny for a brand new .com, a penny for a new .com. Yes, a penny. Lock it in by coming over to geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy. Or you get $1.99 a month economy hosting for the first year. Includes a free domain. Or $2.99 a month managed WordPress hosting for the first year. Again, with a free domain name. You'll get a free trial of GoDaddy Website Builder, your choice of personal business to business plus plans. Those are all available at geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy. Grab one of my promo codes, use it at checkout when you're over at GoDaddy. If none of these deals are good for you, don't worry. Just click Saving Start here with GoDaddy on my website, and you're going to get a great deal when you're over there. Geek News Central listeners save an average of 99% on GoDaddy domain names and 94% on GoDaddy hosting accounts. It's a great, great deal. And of course, you're supporting a show, you're supporting a podcast, you're supporting a tech writer team, all available, all the content that you can consume about news and information happening online happens at geeknewscentral.com. And again, just by going over and using one of my promo codes. So we want to thank all of you for your ongoing support, your longtime usage of GoDaddy. And if you're brand new to the show, make sure you get over to geeknewscentral.com/GoDaddy. Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing? And I kind of didn't even read the calendar. I didn't realize the 4th of July was on Tuesday. So no show on Monday. It's just no one's going to be working. Some will, but it's going to be a slow news day. So next show will be a week from today. No show on Monday. And I hope everyone here in the United States has a good 4th of July holiday. I gave my team at Blueberry Monday off. Normally wouldn't be an off day, but we said, heck, nothing's going to get accomplished anyway. So they get a big extended weekend. One thing I am on the search for, it has been a while. It has been a minute. Probably close to 10 years since we have updated, maybe not that long, maybe 6 or 7 years since we've updated the template at Geek News Central. I'm on the search for a new template. Has to be 2-column. Or, I don't know. Those of you that listen to the show, that come to the website, come over and visit, and then make some suggestions. What do you think we should change the template of the website to? It's time for a little bit of a refresh. It has been a long time. It's very functional, but it's time for a refresh of templates. There's some other work that's going to be being done on Geek News Central in the near future. I've got to update some servers. There's just a whole bunch of things. It needs some TLC. And so just drop me a line. What do you think? What do you think we should do? And just give me your thoughts and on what kind of a new template. Now, what do I mean by template? It's the motif of what the website looks like. And or do you think I should just stay with the way it is? Let me know one way or the other. Definitely appreciate your input. So last show, I attempted to use Midjourney to create a album art that basically had an AI computer in the background, one person being joyous about AI, and another person with their head down in sorrow. And you can see what we came up with, or what Midjourney came up with. It took me 2 or 3 tries to get and for some dumb reason, put a smiley face on the AI in the back. So I don't know what that was about. But what did you think of the album art for the last show? Did you think it was cool? Did you think it hit the mark? So, this is the second time I have used Midjourney to create episode album art for the show. It is kind of fun, and I'm starting to learn how to use it a little better. But what say you? And love to hear your feedback. We've also been doing some work on the YouTube channel a little bit. So that's been a work in progress as well. But just kind of the way it is and things on how we're expanding here. So just refreshes. And it's hard to, I'm really kind of shocked. We're at 1678. We're only 22 episodes away from 1700. So if I keep doing the things the way kind of things been running, it'll be July, August, and sometime in September, probably late September, we will hit 1700. Of course, it'll be the first time, 18 years of podcasting. So, definitely not doing 100 shows a year, but they'll be pretty close, I think, to being synced up. So let me know what you think, what we should do for episodes 1700 as well. And hard to believe on this journey since 2004. All right. Actually, is that the right number? Is it 18 or 19? It ought to be 19 this year, won't it? 19 years. Holy crap. What am I thinking? Wow. It is 2023. So 19, we'll be celebrating 19 this in October. So, wow, how time flies. Really? It's hard to believe. Twice a week, literally almost the entire time. We miss a few episodes here and here, like next week. So let's go ahead and get in this stack. Got a good stack of stuff tonight. The first thing up is Meta's explaining how its AI decides what you see on Facebook and Instagram. And the company is also testing new tools to give you more control over what you see on the platforms. So yes, AI is directing what you are allowed to see. The social network giant has released 22-card system for the platforms that explain how its AI system ranks content for its feed, stories, and reels. Each card explains how a certain aspect of the platform works. For instance, the company explains that for Facebook feeds, an AI system starts by gathering all potential posts by friends and pages you follow. After that, the system considers various input signals, such as who created the post, how you interacted with them, and how many of your friends will have liked the post. If any, all those aspects will help the AI rank posts based on which you'll find the most relevant and valuable, and then show them on your feed in order of the scores they get. The card system also shows you how you can customize what you see on the platform and link to instructions on say how to unfollow a person or a group, and how to click show more or show less on a post to indicate if you like or dislike a particular subject. So when in a post announcing the cards, basically said you can personalize your experience on the company's platform. In addition to the two aforementioned tools, Facebook and Instagram have centralized menus with customization controls called Feed Preferences and Suggested Content Control Center. They said Meta is testing a new feature on Instagram allows you to indicate whether you're interested in a recommended reel in the Reels tab, so the app can show you more similar content. At the moment, you can only indicate whether you're not interested. And Meta's lifted the lid on how this works before the European Union starts enacting the Digital Markets Act in 2024. New law will require online services like Facebook and Instagram to be more transparent on the tech behind their recommendation engine, or their how they're brainwashing us method. So it's a very interesting move. I'll keep an eye on this. Meanwhile, ChatGPT creator OpenAI has been sued for theft of private data in an AI arms race, and this is big. Basically, this class action lawsuit says OpenAI has violated privacy laws by secretly scraping 300 billion words from the internet, tapping books, articles, websites, and posts, including personal information obtained without consent. According to the scrawling 157-page lawsuit, it doesn't shy away from sweeping language, accusing the company of risking civilization collapse. The plaintiffs are described by their occupation and interest, but identified only by initials for fear of a backlash against them. They cite $3 billion in potential damages based on a category of harmed individuals they estimate to be in the millions. Despite established protocols for the purchase and use of personal information, defendants took a different approach. Theft, they allege. The company's popular chat program, ChatGPT, and other products are trained on private information taken from what the plaintiffs describes as hundreds of millions of internet users, including children, without their permission. Spokesperson for OpenAI did not immediately respond to a call. So I think this is going to happen. Now, they believe that they've been secretly scraping information. Well, things on the internet are open to scrape. Google has been scraping the internet for many, many years. They say that OpenAI is chasing profits. They abandoned its original principles of advanced artificial intelligence, the way it's most likely to benefit humanity as a whole. The plaintiffs are alleged. The suit puts ChatGPT expected revenue for 2023 at $200 million. So I think we're going to see more of this type of stuff because it has some data on us. If I ask it, who am I, give my name and information, it gets about 50% of it correct. I don't know about you. Have you had it write your bio without providing it any input? Linda Yaccarino's vision for Twitter 2.0 is emerging. Staff should be ready for hand-to-hand combat. Woo! I wonder if they're going to send them a boot camp as the company preps a new ad offering. So the former NBC Universal advertising head who started as a chief executive on June 5th is seeking to launch full-screen sound-on-video ads that would be shown to users scrolling through Twitter's new short video feed. Also, she plans to meet with media partners, publishers, and talent agents in a bid to bring celebrities, political figures, and other content creators to the platform. Yaccarino has told sales staff the company was going to have to work hard to win back the trust of advertisers. She said they would need to deploy hand-to-hand combat, going on to say, I do believe they're going to have superior ad products. I do believe that they're going to have superior ad products instantly under Yaccarino, said Lou Pascalis, an advertising veteran and chief executive of AGL Advisory. The issue is content moderation, and it exists in two dimensions for everybody else and for Elon. Well, I'll be honest with you. Content moderation, be a big boy. Put your big pants on. There's not an issue with content on TikTok. So she's going to expand the ad team after Elon basically gutted it. And in her first month in the job, she's been nicknamed the Velvet Hammer because of her tenacity in deal making. She's going to invest in rebuilding the advertising, sales, and partnership team. And she told employees at the recent global sales meeting she wanted to engage more with the press and was planning to present her vision via Twitter Spaces. She and Musk have also told investors she's planning to make commerce easier on the platform, including taking steps to build a digital wallet. And I believe that's why Elon bought Twitter to begin with, was a digital wallet similar to WhatsApp and other applications out there that are moving in the same direction. For those of you that live in Canada, this is from Google, and this says it all. An update on Canada's Bill C-18 in our search and news products. Bill C-18 has become law and remains unworkable. The government has not given us reason to believe that the regulatory process will be able to resolve structural issues with the legislation. As a result, we've informed the government that we've made the difficult decision that when the law takes effect, we will be removing links to Canadian news from our search, news, and discovery products and will no longer be able to operate Google News Showcase in Canada. We have disappointed this has come to this. We don't take this decision or its impacts lightly and believe it's important to be transparent. They say we already pay to support Canadian journalism through our programs and partnerships, and we've been clear we're prepared to do more. As part of our Google News Showcase program, we have negotiated agreements covering 150 news publications across Canada. Last year alone, we linked to Canadian news publications more than 3.6 billion times at no charge, helping publishers make money through ads and new subscriptions. This referral traffic from links has been valued at 250 million Canadian dollars annually. So I said, we have successfully collaborated with governments and news publishers around the world on the shared goal of strengthening the news industry, and we currently have thousands of mutually beneficial agreements with news publications. We tried to do the same approach with C-18. We previously offered constructive feedback and recommended solutions that would have made more workable, but C-18 is unworkable. Last week, just as the bill is approaching final passage and royal assent, the government agreed to discuss a possibility of addressing some of the most critical issues. In that discussion, we asked for clarity on financial expectations platforms face for simply linking to news, as well as specific viable path towards exemption based on the program support news and our commercial agreements with. But now, Canadian publishers are screwed. They're being removed from Google. Horrible. 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 So, we understand they're an 800-pound gorilla. Got to live with it. You have to live with it. Hey, if you're watching live today, make sure you check in either on YouTube or Facebook. We definitely appreciate you checking in and saying hello. Branson's Virgin Galactic flies its first commercial mission. And this is big. So they've done it. They announced it. They have flown it. The 6-man crew rocket to an altitude of 279,000 feet, higher than the 50-mile height recognized as the boundary of space. And how long were they up there? They were in microgravity for 7 minutes, enough time to accomplish a few research tasks. They had basically a good re-entry, had a good landing, and this is amazing. The flight only lasted 14 minutes from the time the Unity ignited its rocket motor until it returned to Earth. That is not very long. 14 minutes. That's a fast trip to 53 miles. So, gosh, how much did that cost for a 14-minute ride? Android TV's new shop tab removes the hassle of renting and buying movies. So if you've got an Android TV, you can rent or purchase movies directly from your TV. They can be viewed from your library and Android TV or from the shop tab. The feature will roll out over the next few weeks on devices in the United States and global markets. All right. DJI. The DJI Air 3 could come with a dual camera system and a bigger battery. The rumored DJI Air 3, basically in an image leaked, you can see two camera sensor on the gimbal mounted to the front of the device. This could offer an improvement over a single half-inch sensor and the sole 1-inch camera on the Air 2S, both of which can shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second. The additional dual camera system could bring the DJI 3 more in line with the high-end Mavic 3. While the Mavic 3 sports two camera sensors, one main camera and one telephoto lens, it doesn't look like this has a Hasselblad branding. So they're doing their own lens. The leaked image also suggests the DJI Air 3 could come with a 42 milliamp battery. That's about 30% larger than the 35 milliamp battery with the DJI Air 2. And they figure the device could cost about $1,200 US when it is finally released. Microsoft is bringing new AI-powered shopping tools to Bing and Edge. They announced a slew of new AI-powered shopping tools. Now, this is what I get worried about. They're now going to be guiding stuff. For example, using Bing's GPT-powered AI capabilities to automatically generate buying guides when you see a query like college supplies. Will automatically aggregate products in each category it comes up with, list their specs so you can compare similar items, of course, tell you where to buy them, with Microsoft getting an affiliate fee when you buy. Exactly. This is dangerous. How this is going to affect people that are down further in the search. The new buying guides in Bing are now available in the United States and worldwide, rolling out buying guides in Edge starting today. I just don't really care for this. I'm worried how it's going to affect online businesses in a big way because they're going to get preferential treatment for their search. U.S. Health Department is ensnared in a Move It hacking campaign. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has informed Congress of a major incident on June 27th involving exposure of data for more than 100,000 people. HHS leadership believes the hackers to be a Russian-speaking group called Klop, the gang that is claimed responsible for the Move It attacks, according to other people. Among other agencies, organizations were impacted are Ernst & Young, Honeywell, the Government of Nova Scotia, New York City Department of Education, Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles, where names addressed to Social Security and dates were likely exposed. Several federal agencies experienced intrusions. And, of course, the Department of Energy received ransom requests from hackers as well. And so this is a major incident. It's a major incident involving more than 100,000 records of who knows what. Employees, people using HHS services. That's the question of the day. The FTC plans to file a huge antitrust suit against Amazon, accusing it of punishing sellers who don't pay to use its logistics service, the report says. It's expected to focus on the allegations that Amazon, again, punishes sellers. Bloomberg reported the FTC head Lisa Khan could seek to restructure Amazon. They'll also expect to focus on that, basically forcing the sellers to use their shipping. The FTC's gathered evidence showing the company disadvantaged sellers who choose not to use Amazon services. The FTC is also investigating a logarithm that chooses which sellers are given a so-called buy box on Amazon's website. Bloomberg noted it would be the company's biggest challenge from the FTC to date. FTC investigators and Office of Chair have been fine-tuning the lawsuit for months. The FTC sent the initial investigation notice to Amazon in June of 2019, so they've been at it for a while. So the hammer could be coming to Amazon because it's true. Some sellers get preferential treatment over there. Meanwhile, TikTok is picking up the bill for its Montana creators suing against the TikTok ban. This is big. The company's confirmed it's been funding the lawsuit. At least two plaintiffs said they got involved in the complaint after being approached by TikTok lawyers. While the likes of the U.S. and European Union have banned government employees from using TikTok, Montana ban is unique because it would apply to all citizens. And this is supposed to take effect in the beginning of 2024. And 5 TikTok creators have filed suit against the state's attorney general, citing First Amendment rights. And TikTok's paying for the lawyers. So it's an interesting move by TikTok. Smart, in my opinion. Google is using India to test delivery to the house near the post office feature. Meaning, and this happened in Hawaii too. Hey, where did you pick that up? Yeah, you go down to the down to the corner where they have the big coconut tree that lays sideways, and across. They basically don't give you street names. They tell you how to get there by landmarks, and I guess that happens in India too. So in Google's outline of this address descriptor, feature product manager said people in India are used to communicating their addresses relative to a landmark or an area name. Delivery riders and rideshare operators are therefore often told to deliver to a building next to a post office or pick someone up opposite of a college. And this is big. This is big in Hawaii. Ah, man, many, many times. Oh, they don't say, go down 2 streets and turn right. They go, no, go down to where there's a store, then turn left. And then before you get to the big garbage bin, it's right there. Oh, yeah, there's never an address or street name. Meta's oversight board has urged Facebook to suspend Cambodia's prime minister. The decision to leave a video he posted threatens political opponents with violence, it said. Hen Sen, who has led Cambodia since 1985, is facing an election this month. Early in the year, he posted a video of his speech telling political opponents he'd gather Cambodia's People's Party people to protest and beat you up. Following several user reports and appeals, Meta's policy and subject matter experts readily leaving the post up based on newsworthiness, even though it violated the company's community standard. So they're recommending you take it down. Polestar will join Volvo in switching to Tesla EV charging standard. So that's interesting. You knew it was a matter of time, but the EV-oriented brand confirmed that it will use Tesla's NACS connector in North America. You'll see convenient CCS to NACS adapters for existing cars in mid-2024, and cars released in 2025 will have the standard built in. An adapter will help those future models charging at CCS stations. Why are we still having a charging plug war? I don't understand this. Get on the bandwagon. Everyone needs to have the same type of plug, for sure. World Light Chaser on YouTube says, I have no idea how we get packages here in the Philippines, but they show up. I've often wondered about that myself, because some of the addresses, I've seen some addresses in the Philippines before. 1802 Rizal, and then a whole bunch of stuff. And there's no numbers on buildings. You don't see a number. No. There is no numbers on buildings. There's no mailboxes to put mail in either. At least I've never seen. I don't know how they do it either. I hope you're doing well in Cebu. Vizio rolls out new home screen that resembles streaming service menus. Viewers can find the show or movie they want directly from the home screen, plus get Rotten Tomato reviews. So I don't know if you use Vizio or not. Link will be in the show notes for you to check that out. Online hate and harassment continue to rise, the Anti-Defamation League report says. Adults and teens are getting harassed now more than ever. Of those surveyed, report online hate and harassment. 52% says they've been subject to internet harassment in their lifetime. Well, in their lifetime? Come on, how about in the last year? Up 40% in 2022. Also, 33% adults and 51% they've been harassed online in the past 12 months. What do you consider harassment? Someone said they don't like you or something? What do people consider harassment? Over on the BBC, there's a proposal to cut low-cost broadband VAT to help more online. So basically, they're saying those that are at a disadvantage, that don't have internet because they can't afford it, are not able to find jobs and so forth. They're asking the government to lower the VAT for low-cost internet to basically help those that are, in need. It's an interesting move. Of course, they're trying to do that here in America too. You buy a house now and you have a certain credit score, you're getting, I think you're getting, higher processing fee of some sort. So it's not just happening over in the UK or these types of suggestions. Now, I don't fully understand this. What is a consular in the UK? Consulars are quitting over in-person meetings, a survey suggests. All right, are these elected officials? Forcing consulars in England to attend meetings in person is leading to some quitting, consuls have warned. A legal requirement to hold full council meetings in person was temporarily dropped during the pandemic. A survey by local government association found 1 in 10 consuls had seen members stand down since then due to the change. Under the 50-year-old law, consuls are required to hold certain meetings such as planning and full councils in person. The LGA, which represents consuls, now here in America, we have like little boards in the communities. There's like township boards. Like the township that I live in is called Allegancy. And there is 5 people that look over zoning. They look over a bunch of different things. There's a person that is the assessor for property taxes and stuff like that. That's all. And they're usually not paid positions. Maybe they get a few dollars to attend a meeting, but it's usually, true community service. So the LG is backing an amendment tabled by conservative peer Baroness McIntosh to the Leveling Up and Regeneration Bill, which is currently going through Parliament, which would allow councils to meet virtually. Here, you have an open records thing. They have to meet in public, these township meetings. These are public meetings. You can go in, you can present stuff, you can raise issues. I don't think they're allowed to meet in private at all. I don't think they can even go into like an executive session unless maybe they can, but there's certain rules around that. I don't know, but anyways, this should come as no surprise. A recent report covering 9,500 employees and 6,650 employees. So 9,500 employees and 6,650 employees across 17 global markets found those who force workers to come back to office buildings are paying a price, with 42% saying they subsequently lost more employees than expected. Aside from the 42% who said attrition was higher than normal, some 21% of those ordering folks in the office said the move had actually lost them some of their key members of staff. The survey also found that almost a third, 29%, where the return was mandatory, were now struggling to recruit altogether. I believe it. I know people are looking for jobs now and they're refusing to go, especially if it's a business that doesn't require you to do physical labor or it's just an administrative type job. They do not want to go to work for a company that you have to go into the office. So I know people looking right now that want to be 100% remote. And, that's what we've opted for at my company. It has its plus and minuses for sure. So it's interesting here. I'm not surprised with those numbers whatsoever. Well, as we're leading into a big American holiday here, yes, things are a little bit slow today from a news standpoint. So we are already at the end of the content segment today, but I want to remind all of you that participating in the Value for Value is fantastic. And we've had a few people. Let me get this opened up because I want to share with you what has come into the show for Boost. And first of all, we got one from Scott. He said, "Hey, have a great week." Let's see what else. There was a few more that came in for this show. Oh, we're getting a lot of people. More of you are starting to stream the show live. Basically, you're basically streaming it with a podcast app from podcastapps.com. And so that we're starting to see it uptick in that a little bit. So we definitely appreciate. Dave Jones has been listening via Castamatic today and sending me 94 sats a minute as we've been live. I definitely appreciate that. When people are listening to the content, the published content, they've been streaming sats as well. It's greatly appreciated. You guys are participating in the new ecosystem. Again, we still have it available for you to make a contribution or sign up to be an insider using fiat funds with the PayPal, or obviously you can send a check as well. All that information is available on the website on how to directly. I don't think we've gotten a check to the show in 2 or 3 years, but PayPal at geeknewscentral.com/insider, or sign up for one of these brand new podcasting apps. Get one. Don't sign up. Go get one. I'm the big fan of Fountain. That's the app I'm using. If you have signed up and used the Fountain app, you send me an email to geeknews@gmail.com with your Fountain address, and I will preload you some sats into your account. I'll send you some sats to use. Not going to be a huge amount, but I give you enough to play around and contribute some sats and do some boost to some other shows. But all you got to do, you have to tell me what your Fountain address is. So you have to go in and get things set up, and Fountain issues you a Lightning address. You have to tell me what your Lightning address is, and it's usually your username and it'll give you the instructions. I'll tell you, send that to me via email, and again, I will send you some sats to preload your account to participate in this new ecosystem. So, or if you're using another of the podcasting 2.0s, Castamatic, Podverse, whatever you're using, send me your account address that you're using to. If it's a GetAlby account, we can do that as well. And I will send some sats over to you to use while you listen to different shows that are value for value enabled. And I just ask that you, in kind, recontribute those Satoshis I give you to other shows. You can give 50 sats a minute or whatever you want to do, just to see how it works. Send a couple of boosts to shows that are participating in value for value. And I want you to see how this works. I'm not asking you to use your own money. I'm just asking you to go to podcastapps.com, download the app, install it, subscribe to 3 or 4 shows that you love over there on those apps. Use the app, send me an email with your address for your Lightning wallet, and I'll send you some sats to do this. I'm not going to, this is probably a one-time good deal. And give you the opportunity here to see how this new ecosystem works and how you can support podcasters you love. Remember, you're supporting the entire ecosystem when you use an app from podcastapps.com and you participate in the value for value program. Anytime you send a boost or stream sats per minute, the app developer gets a percentage. People that have implemented it gets a percentage. There's kind of a sharing of the money. The podcaster still gets the bulk, but everyone's boats rise together. So that's that. All right. As a reminder, my email address, geeknews@gmail.com. And put in the subject line, say Satoshi offer, so that I can see that email easily. All right? Hey, it's been my pleasure to bring you a show today. Thank you for being here. Those of you in the United States, I hope you have a good 4th of July weekend. Be careful. There's a lot of amateurs are going to be out there partying over the weekend. So, drive safe, be safe. At the same time, please, be careful. Use safety in your barbecue grills and everything else. And don't blow your hand up when you shoot some fireworks off, all right? Hey, it's been my pleasure to bring you a podcast. I'll be back here with you next Thursday for another edition of the Geek News Central podcast. Let those emails flow. Go to podcastapps.com. And we've been lit and live for this whole show. And I appreciate all of you that are watching live. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time here on the Geek News Central podcast. Everyone take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.